Good evening, film fans. Welcome back to Ben's Home Video, where today we're looking at the Shout Factory release of the 2012 Laika stop motion animation film Paranorman. As always, guys, I know you ask for you to like this video or subscribe to my channel, but it is appreciated because I haven't got many followers, which means I don't get many views. But we're working on it, and hopefully soon I'll be on like 100 followers or some shit. But I enjoy doing these. Well, you're stuck with me. Let's have a little look what he looks like. I really like this steelbook. I don't know about you guys, but I think the colours are just spot on. And I always appreciate it when a cover's full instead of just front and the back. This is fine. Not my favourite, but better than plain. And a little tiddler of a booklet. In short, absolutely beautiful. So this is what is kind of standard for Shout Factory. It is Dolby Vision encode with Dolby Atmos, which I'm always here for. It's mastered to 1047 nits. I don't know why I fucking did that. Mastered to 1047 nits. The bit rate was kind of between 85 and 95, but probably lower 90s more than 95, but pretty healthy indeed. So let's talk about the video. At first, watching it thinking, this is alright, and obviously it's going to get direct comparisons to the Coraline release as though they came out the same day or within weeks of each other. I don't know. So I'm going to be doing a lot of comparisons, even though they came out like, what, 3 years apart? I've never seen this before. I'd seen Coraline at the time, so what was it, 2008, 2009? This 2012, never saw it. Didn't appeal to me, but do likes me stop motion. And at first, it was alright. I'm not a massive fan of the style of it compared to Coraline. I'll go into that more towards the end. And it is quite interesting actually, so do stick around for that. It was alright. It wasn't dull. The Dolby Vision was doing its work. Darks look, well, the blacks look really good. Like deep, solid blacks. None of this faded grey shit that we hate. The whites were really good as well. Whites were solid, but yeah, I was like, you get about 35, 45 minutes in, boom, it is popping. It's real dark a lot of the time, with like all these nice colours coming in, the greens, the reds, the purples. It's what you want, man. It's what you want. Love it. But what I was saying earlier, from start to finish, the contrast, good. And that's what you want from your 4Ks. You want your healthy contrast because that's what Blu-ray and DVD lack. The surrounds have an okay kind of ambient vibe with the music and all that kind of stuff going on. Not really doing much for me. It's about 30 minutes in before they get any meaningful use where that put you in the kind of middle of it, really. And there's a scene where there's some swirling stuff, and I don't think they used it well enough there either. It was in every speaker, but it didn't feel like it was spinning around me. And I want that. I want to be immersed. There's a good bit of thunder and lightning, but again, comparing to Coraline, the thunder in that sounded like it was all enveloping. This sounded like 5.1 thunder, which, don't get me wrong, sounded great. But if it's Atmos, I want it to be all over me. But it weren't. Quite disappointing, but in general, it's fine. You can hear the dialogue fine. It's all good in the hood. Kids. This gets a 4 out of 5, I think, on the presentation for this. Yeah, 4. So my thoughts on this, like I said earlier, I'll get back round to the animation style. So the animation style is something called rapid prototyping, I think. 91% certain that's what it was. Which is basically, apparently it's the first film to ever used it. I don't know if anyone's used it after. Is for claymation and stop motion type thing. It 3D prints the faces, and they use 31,000 different face parts, and that's why the faces move the way they do compared to Coraline or something similar. But to me, it looked a bit CGI the way it moved. Not the rest of it, just the faces. And I wasn't a huge fan of that, personally. I think, but don't get me wrong, I love that they tried something different, and it worked enough, just not for this girl. Coraline wise, like I said, I'm going to do some comparisons. Coraline's a beautiful film. It's a bit different. It's a bit deep, I suppose. Paranorman has deep parts, but I feel like it's a bit more bog standard adventure kids film compared to Coraline, which, as I said, quite deep. And to me, that works against it. But I don't know how y'all feel about that. It was all right for some reason, and I'm not against it, but I'm not really for it either. Every woman in this film, or even girl, because I think one's his older sister, had a big juicy fat ass, like unnecessarily massive, like that. And I thought, for a kids' film, it was a bit horny. But no, that's done. That's 10 years old. It's done. But yeah, odd decision. Like even his mum, not as fat and juicy as his sister, but really weird. There's a nice progressive moment at the end. We're all for that. Didn't feel overly shoehorned in, so we're all for that. It's when it's woke for being woke's sake is what we're against. But when it's done nicely, we like progressive moments, and I thought this was done very well. I'm going to give Paranorman, the film, not the presentation, the film, a 3.5 out of 5. It's solid, but that's as much as I can give it. As always, guys, thanks for watching.